Hello YouTube. Hello everybody. Chris, Halsey, Will Freeman. This is actually inspired by Will Freeman's comment he made on my channel introduction saying, "Nice to meet you." And I thought, wow, he actually watched that video. That's cool. Will Freeman is epic. I look up to you, dude. That's cool. I appreciate your unique perspective on life and gentle, cool dude kind of thing. Anyways, this video will be about cancer research and what I know about it. This is referencing mainly the work of a guy named Dr. Otto Warburg. In the 1920s, he researched cancer on a molecular basis, like with a microscope or something, and did different tests and experiments on cells of whatever living tissue, I guess, and made some epic conclusions that doctors today actually follow. And after I've learned that, in the years since then, it's been about 5 or 6 years since I've learned that, maybe more. Doctors, I've talked to people who have had cancer, and their doctors tell them the same things that Dr. Otto Warburg, or some of their doctors say the same things that this Dr. Otto Warburg guy discovered. So I figured I'd just share it as a general knowledge thing so you can have more understanding of how life works, and I would say how, not simple, but, observable it is. But there's other, things that people are missing, theology-wise, religion, you could say, stuff like that. But, basically, I'm just going to talk about cancer right now. So, cancer is a type of protein, and it's the only type of protein that can reproduce in the absence of oxygen. Any cell that is deprived of 30% or more of its oxygen for 36 hours or longer will turn cancerous. Cancer thrives in acidic conditions and can't reproduce in alkaline conditions, and it thrives in sugar and it can't reproduce in fat. Now, it just so happens that the standard American diet, the abbreviation of which is called SAD, aka SAD, you got the pyramid with bread on the bottom as your foundation, when it should be completely inverted with fat as your foundation. And it's simple stuff that is understood, I feel like, but, I think there's people that want to kill you, pretty much. That's a whole nother topic, but, the whole peasant thing. But, anyways, yeah, so cancer, it's that simple. It's oxygen, and it's, acidic conditions and sugary conditions. If you burn sugar on a pan, and if you burn oil on a pan, you'll get two completely different results. The oil will burn at a steady rate, just smoking and just evenly burning down. But then you get sugar, you burn that on a pan, it turns into a black carbonic mass of just disgustingness. And that's what happens in your body with the carbs. Carbs are carbons. I guess they're carbohydrates, but I think they're carbons. I don't know. But, as compared to fat, and it just so happens that most people are eating this high carbohydrate diet, and then alkaline, mainly the only type of foods that are alkaline are, vegetables. It just so happens that nicotine in tobacco is one of the most powerful alkaline substances there is, and, you can take that for whatever it's worth, but, on that same note, I'll say, they say, smoking is horrible for you, and then you get the smoker's cough and all that, but turns out that a smoker's cough is literally caused by eating carbs, and not by your diet. It just so happens that most of the people that use tobacco are using that in place of having healthy eating habits and stuff like that. And so, but there are a lot of people that have lived well past 110 smoking tobacco, multiple cigars, 5-10 cigars a day, inhaling them even. So, cancer is an oxygen problem, and it just so happens that 80% of Americans are chronically dehydrated, and the standard American diet is mostly acidic. Most foods that we eat are acidic and not alkaline. Vegetables, like I said, are the only things that are alkaline. I think milk is like right in the middle, but milk is very mucus forming, and I think it's an inflammatory substance as well, but that's another thing. But yeah, so that's the main deal with cancer. It's wrong diet and all that, and take that as, if you got cancer. I guess if you don't, you probably don't care. But if you care about your health for whatever reason, you probably will care and be like, hey, I want to be better health because I've seen health problems in my past, and I realize that could be caused from the diet. The diet plays a part in it. Me personally, I believe that people not knowing that God is one, that everyone's going to be saved, that those in the Bible, and then in fact that people believe the complete opposite of that you're making your own decisions, your own sovereignty and stuff, and just that leads people to just eat carbs all day and just like get their dopamine fix that way. And in a sense, unhealthy living is encouraged in those circles, and it's sad, but people will understand, and if they don't, they will after death, and that'll be awesome, because there's a sequel in store for everyone. If you don't know, there's a verse that says God is going to be all in all, and yeah, so a lot going on in the world. Take it for what it is. That's it. Alright, peace. Thanks again, Will Freeman, for the inspiration for this idea, for this video. And I will see you all later in one day. Peace.